I've never heard about this, but have you guys ever heard about this? Something called stealthing.
What's it called?
Oh, stealthing.
Dude.
So
yeah, somebody just told me about this. This is fucking
I've never heard
so
of
it's
it.
when you remove
Crazy.
a condom during sex. Like in the beginning of sex, you put the condom on, and then during sex you remove it.
Oh my!
Or you
God.
just break it. God, who would fucking do that?
Or
man?
you just use a condom, or you don't use one.
I had
just
an experience like this where somebody I know said that he pulled it off during sex, and she flipped out on him, and I was like, "Well, hey, fuckface, yeah, you dumb shit."
Yeah, Jesus.
She didn't want you to have sex with her without a condom, and
then he
you
pulled
fucking were like, ha, 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 ha. Well, I kind of get her flipping out about that.
That's like a magician, like doing a trick, and then halfway through just being like, "Nah, fuck it," and then takes his dick out and puts a condom on. No, is that?
Well,
Yeah.
But this isn't like breaking news. I know guys who've been breaking condoms. Like, oops, it broke. Well,
real?
we'll figure it out.
Oh, man,
But
yeah.
usually,
But they're saying it's
usually
rape.
the girl.
Hold on, go back.
Yikes.
I bet it is rape because it's not consensual, right?
Yeah, because they thought you were doing it with
Wait.
a condom.
Deception is inherent in the act. Is evident for the term. It's not called removing your condom mid-intercourse and chatting about why you want to do this.
Yeah, someone agreed to have sex
change.
under one set of conditions.
It's
yeah,
called
then you-
stealthing for a reason. Sadly, the punishments for stealthers appear minimal.
It's called
Despite
changing
the fact
the rules.
that UK law is clear
Yeah,
that it's rape. Well, this is Huffington Post, but let's talk about this because I could understand somebody not. I don't think it's rape. Let me say what I think it is. The victim consented to touch by a condom, not touched by the skin of a penis. The law is clear that one may consent to one form of sexual contact without providing blanket future consent to all sexual act. I wouldn't want to be a lawyer in this. I
It's
do.
tough.
I will say this. I think that if you do that, it's. I don't look.
Especially
look,
if an STD.
Here's where
What if you
I
have
worry.
STD?
Here's where I worry about with rape. Okay. Here's what I worry about when we start throwing rape around. Rape. It's like what Bill Burr was saying about hero. Rape should be reserved. It's a very, very strong word. Okay. Rape should be reserved for, having sex with somebody against their will. Right.
Yeah, there's no wiggle room with the term
Right.
rape.
Like you're holding somebody down and forcing your dick inside of them.
Where they don't
okay?
want to have any sexual intercourse. This,
you go.
they both agreed to have sexual intercourse, but not under those rules.
Right. Now,
so it's not rape.
Right. So now the difference
what-
is she agreed to have sex with you if you wore a condom. You didn't use a condom. Now that puts her at risk for mostly pregnancy and certain venereal diseases. Probably not AIDS. And because but let's just go through it. But you could get chlamydia, you could get
Herpes.
you get a lot of shit,
Genital
that could cause
warts.
that could cause issues later on, and even AIDS and very very rare
HPV,
circumstances.
most likely.
So I don't know. I'm
It's
not.
not rape.
It's not
It's
rape,
not-
but it's fucked up.
It should be illegal, but
It's like
not rape, right?
but it's pretty close. It's like a notch down. Like you're like. I mean,
Rape is so
I don't know
serious,
how you,
man.
that seems. How do you define that if it's not rape? Like,
If
what do
you
you
both-
call
if-
that?
if
Like,
you-
I think rape is too strong a word for it. I
Me
really
too.
do.
I think it's fucked
Because I
up,
think
but
it
it's not
cheapens
rape.
the word rape. I think then I don't know what rape. Then if rape is that big a umbrella term, and if you're talking about the fact that it's really a question of whether or not rubber or skin is coming into contact with your skin, I think that's a very dicey area. That's a really thin margin to fuck
too
with.
gray.
It is.
It's too gray.
It is,
I need
right?
more black and white.
It is.
oh man, I mean, the part about them
it's a little bit like
agreeing
saying-
and then
But you're playing
for
under
this to
different
be
rules, right? Because they agreed to have consensual sex under protection. That's like, what's this?
Well, I remember telling my friend,
he raped the situation and not her. Is that
He fucked the situation.
like? I feel like rape is a part of the. Like, I feel like you can't just not like that word is going to make its way into this situation somehow, right?
I don't know, man.
Well, you know how
Making
some
her
girls
susceptible.
they just won't have sex if you don't have a condom, and some guys won't do that either.
Yeah.
So if they wouldn't have had sex without a condom, and then you kind of just stealthily took the condom off during sex, it's kind of tricky, right?
it is. It's a
Kinda rapey.
shitty thing to do.
rapey.
In a way,
It's a rapey tendencies, but it's not
yeah,
rape.
There you go. Yeah,
Rapey tendencies.
yeah.
Like if a guy's being weird, I go, don't be rapey.
Would they say that in court?
I mean,
he
you're
was
putting
showing
somebody's
rapey
you're putting
tendencies?
somebody's health at risk, right?
Yes.
And you're
What if you're clean? And what about this? What if you're clean and you had your tubes tied, so she can't get pregnant and you're clean?
It's a good question.
I just don't think you need the physical holding down for it to be.
You don't?
constituted as rape. Like that's
Well, if
just-
she's under the influence and she can't protect herself, that's rape too.
Yeah.
But still.
So if she's passed out.
Yeah, so if you penetrate a girl and she said no, or she can't say no verbally, then that would be rape. But if she's a freak, she's like, we can do whatever you want. You and the homies can run a train, just make sure you have condoms on. And then when the condoms break, she's like, oh, hell no,
Yeah.
rape.
Here's
you
my-
can't just call it tomfoolery.
No,
either.
but
Like,
here's
there
my
has to be a
problem.
word
Wait, here's
that's
my
not-
problem with the drunk
Rapey
too.
tendencies.
If you're
Yeah.
drunk and you're making out on a dance floor, and then you go to a little quiet corner and you're like, getting even heavier, grabbing each other and stuff
She
like
grabs
that.
your three-set
Then you
piece.
go up to your room, your frat room, whatever, you're a college kid, and you're drunk as shit, and then you start having sex. And she's completely fucking obliterated. But
And
you
you're
have sex
fucked up,
anyway.
too.
And you're a little fucked up too. I don't consider that rape.
And she wakes up
No.
next
I don't
wakes
either.
up next morning and goes, what the fuck did I do? He goes, what did I do? She goes, I didn't agree to that. He's like, I don't remember that. Well, that's rape. No, it's not.
That's not fair.
You were drunk.
No, yeah,
I
it's-
was drunk.
Because you could ruin somebody's life and it's not fair. It's just not. But I have to say that when you pull the condom off
On
fuck,
purpose?
man, that's bad. I'll leave it this way. It's bad. It leaves me,
Me too.
shaking my head.
It's horrible, but it's not rape.
No, I don't think so either.
It's rapey tendencies.
Like, was he? And then what is this guy? Is there one case here? Or are we just talking about like?
No, this shit
this
happens
is
all
happening
the time.
Now, is this like a? Is this like a like how like there was a story a few years ago about kids getting fucked up by butt chugging? They'd pour like cough syrup into their ass. Sounds like I'm
Or
making it up.
alcohol, yeah.
It sounds like a Jay Leno headlines. Like
No,
bit, but
that's
it's
true, though.
actually-
No, I had a friend who would do that.
And that came in when I feel like is this kind of along the same lines, or is this like becoming? Has this been happening for a while? Do we know
The new
that?
sex trend? That's not new. I've heard of
Yeah.
guys
Also,
doing this all
don't use the
time.
word trend when you're describing like trend and then rape. Like this is not a good headline.
I only know of one guy who's done this. I'm new to this, but But I remember my friend playing dumb, and I looked at him and I go, "Stop playing dumb.
Yeah.
You're being a fucking."
Good for you.
She found out, and he played me a message. She left, and she said on the message, she goes, "It's not rape, but it's pretty fucking close."
There it is.
Now, see, that's fair.
Yeah.
You
That's
know?
fair.
She said that. I remember that, and I went like, dude.
She's right, man. Don't
knew
be
what
a
you were-
fucking
you were new-
scumbag.
You knew what you were doing. Don't look around like you didn't know what the fuck you were doing.
Also, if you maybe he was, I mean, if you're trying to like prove to yourself that you fucking got quick hands, like do that, like do a YouTube tutorial of like, look how fast I can fucking take a condom off, but don't do it with a woman because then you're gonna get in like
'Cause that's rapey.
pull the fucking what is the tablecloth
bottom
off
line
the
is he
table
wanted to have
and be like,
sex.
ta-da.
He wanted to
you
have
know?
sex without a condom. He hated a condom, right?
Yeah.
So he wanted to have a
Find a
better
different
I
girl.
get that, but then hey, fuck your hand. You don't need a condom for that.
Is that taking?
We'll be right
something,
back.
Isn't that taking something that doesn't belong to you?
What's that?
Isn't that the equivalent of taking something that doesn't belong to you?
What?
So she never said you could do it without a condom, right?
For sure.
But she
How-
said you could penetrate her. She agreed to let you penetrate her.
With a protective membrane.
Yeah.
It's tough, right? I don't know. I hate
even
to be a lawyer.
condoms.
That makes me sad
condoms
for
are,
dudes.
Condoms are still on 100%.
Like,
They don't protect you 100%.
so
They're
shitty.
99%.
Yes, but she did make you wear a condom, right?
What percentage?
They agreed to a contract.
So she's
going to
say,
condom.
yeah, I don't want to have sex. If you come at her without a condom, she's going, no way. No way. Get a condom and I will. What do you think about this? You're a woman. Let's get a woman's point of view
Yeah.
on this. And be honest. You don't have to be politically correct. And you can totally disagree
Don't worry,
with
no
us.
one's listening.
You can disagree with us hard. Don't worry about it.
Hashtag million dollars.
No, I think it's fucked up because that's right. If she says yes only with a condom, you're going against what she's doing.
Have you ever? Do you consider it rape?
No, I don't think so.
I
but
sound
it's
like a
the-
Canadian there. I call her A.
Yeah, that's all right.
Oh, wait. So,
Rape, eh?
So you don't think so?
Does soften
I
the
don't
blow a
think
little
it's
bit.
rape. I think it's like the step below rape.
So sexual assault.
Because rape, I think rape is really serious.
Sexual
You
assault.
can't just,
Have you ever heard of a guy doing this?
no, I haven't. Well, I mean, I'm not surprised that it happens, but I
Guys
don't
being
know.
guys, am I right?
No,
Guys
it's a
being
percentage.
shitheads.
It's a percentage. I mean, this stuff like sucks because you're like, man, like
Gives us
I would
all a
never
bad
do
name.
this. Yeah, and there's a lot of shitty dudes, but there's a lot of good dudes, and this is
We're
what
three
percentage?
good, we're four good dudes.
Yeah, man. We're
Am I
trying-
right? It's hey, we don't
I
encourage
certainly hope
this.
so. I worry about young men. I worry about young men who are drunk and fucking horny and then they're like, but you can't do this.
thinking they're invincible.
You have to talk about this. A lot of young guys listen to this podcast, And as an older guy, I gotta say, don't fucking do this, man. Because if you do it, you're being a scumbag.
I don't think a lot of guys are doing that. I think we got to give the mankind benefit of the doubt.
I agree.
Hey, real quick, it's not a trend, so everyone relax.
Right.
It's not a
Good
trend.
point. Yeah. Good
Most
point.
guys aren't doing
Very
this.
good point.
Most guys who listen to this show are like, of course that's fucked
Correct.
up. We don't need a public announcement
Correct.
saying this is wrong.
No,
don't make our
I think you're right,
don't make our
Brennan.
audience seem dumb.
I
Don't
think
make
you're
this a
right.
trend. Let's move on.
You're right.
What else you got,
that
Chin?
good example of how the media says it's a trend, and you're fucking right.
No,
I think most
guys
people
right now are
know-
going, what?
Yeah.
What are they even talking? Why are they talking about this for 30 minutes?